Hey, HTDA, and welcome back to Talented. On my first 2 videos, a lot of people said, well, it's a nice game, but it's so sad that the game ends after just 20 nights. Which is actually not the case. There is an endless mode, you just have to unlock it. So it comes in at around level 10, I believe, on your first character, and you can start playing that. I want to show you that, and I want to show you a different character as well that can really take advantage of that, which is the Wizard. This is a class that starts out kind of weak, you just have a couple of basic attacks, but you get a lot of abilities that actually give you stuff on a level up. So this is during a night where you level up during the game, you actually get more powerful. Now, I'm just going to show you, and once again, I'm going to turn up the speed to 1.5, just to speed things up a little bit early on. It's very likely that this run is going to end in a loss very early on, because the mage is really a mage that's a class that scales up kind of like incrementally, or I should say exponentially probably, because it starts out really weak and it either gets really strong or you die. That's basically the two options that you have, which I guess holds for every class, but a lot more for the mage than any other. The main attack is just really weak, and it is also really hard to skill that up, so initially you kind of just do nothing. Let's go down the middle over here. It would be nice to find like any talents. There we go. Okay, so we have a package over here. We have a status effect buff, which is awesome. Lightning Crash is not super useful. This is kind of just shooting a bolt, which is not awesome. This rare ability for the mage I really like. This gives you a random nearby rare talent, but it also lets you jump through the talent tree, which might open up some very interesting options if something else happens to be like on the other side of the talent tree and that we get ported to. So you're not really stuck to like the linear route that you normally would have to take. But all of that is not going to be helpful at all if we die. I just got hit, and especially if there's multiple bats coming from different directions and a lot of these fast enemies, I just shoot very slow, so it's actually not trivial to stay alive as the mage. But we are fine. Just again, I did not get my skill bonus, which is a shame. We still get 6 talent points, so yeah. Okay, let's get that, and let's see where we got ported to. So we got Ethereal Knowledge. This is going to give us 2 elemental sprites in the random lanes every time we level up, which is actually kind of strong. We also have the 1 ring over here, 1 of every common talent, which we cannot reach right now. We need 5 points to get there. So let's hold on and see if that is actually what I want to do. I'm going to go down this lane to get all the extra bonus experience. Some regeneration, lower cooldowns, that's fine. And then we're also really close to the package over here. This is a good ability. And look, there's orbs here, which are awesome. But we will get there in a moment. I can actually get through here. I was worried there for a moment that was a dead end. Okay, night number 3. I think if we can survive this one, we might be fine for the foreseeable future. Look at those sprites pulling their weight. Ow. Ooh, not again. I didn't get hit. Didn't get hit. I'm not sure how I didn't get hit there, but I am not complaining. Look at those sprites coming in clutch. Okay. We have this. If we have a skill bonus, I'm going to lose my skill bonus. But that was just at the end, so we just got quite a few levels, I think. Just 6. That's actually less than I was expecting. Do I go for the 1 ring? Let's go for that, because that is really powerful. That gives us 1 of every common talent, which is very useful in general. All these common talents are pretty much great. And we can also pick up the Arcane Wand, which is going to power up our main attack. We have Power Orbs here as well, which is going to buff orbs. So now I'm definitely going to want to move into this direction and pick basically everything that we have there. We're going to want to pick that up. But that still means I actually do need to survive this night. You will see now, every now and then, we'll actually get a Fire Bolt along with our normal attack, which is going to buff that. I love those sprites taking out some of the weaker enemies for me. Shame I got hit there. Wasn't actually expecting that, otherwise I would have Firebolt. Maybe I should be doing that preemptively a little bit more now. We do have something shocking shocking the enemies. I'm not entirely sure what. We picked up an ability apparently that I didn't pay enough attention to. But that is fine. Okay, so 7 more. Let's go here. Whenever a status effect is applied to an enemy from any source, which we were already doing with all of those shocks and fires. And then we're going to move into this direction and pick up the talent package. So we can do Burn Baby Burn, which is going to put down meteors and stuff like that on the floor, which is decent. More abilities, fine. But I really like this one, since we already have some things that synergize with elements, and this is just going to buff them even further. Unfortunately, we can't pick them up, so I'll just check them out during the next night, because we were out of talents. Okay, we have this. Still in a position where if I mess up, I am going to die. But for now, looks like we're fine. Need to make sure I prioritize the correct lanes. Pretty much every shot we cannot afford to fire down an empty lane. If we have something in range, we should be trying to damage it. And we definitely need to watch for those bats because they are so fast. Honestly, so are the smaller blobs. But yeah, so far so good. We have 50 hits there, 25% bonus. This will get up ridiculously if we can keep things going. Okay, so what is this? All elemental sprites take an additional hit and move 25% slower, which is great. This will give them the chance to apply pretty much every status effect in the game, which is going to synergize with the other ability that we picked up earlier, which I kind of forgot where it was. Was it this one? The ability that buffed things when we did damage to it. Okay, anyway. Let's make sure we actually pick all of that up. Oh, sorry, it was this one. So this actually synergizes perfectly with what we already have. Whenever you use an ability, you create an elemental sprite in a random lane. So this does mean we want more abilities. We have that same thing over here. So basically every time I fireball, I'm going to create some of those sprites. And we actually have a specific ability to gain more sprites over there as well. So let's start working towards that. So if we can get all of that up and running, every time we fireball, we're basically going to wipe, well, not every lane just yet, we're not that powerful, but we are going to be moving in that direction. Look, that's an additional sprite. That is going to do exactly nothing this time around, but that one did do quite a bit of work. And I do have quite a bit of mana, so I can start fireballing a little bit more liberally. The cooldown is not that high, so we shouldn't be getting ourselves into too much trouble when we do that. And actually fireballing more means we're doing more of those sprites, which means we get in less danger just as a result of that. Look, that went pretty smooth. And there we go, 7 more talents. Okay, so let's pick up more sprites. The abilities to summon them at will is going to be super useful. More attack speed. More sprites whenever we use an ability. More status buffs from our sprites. And what is this? On level up, you gain a 10% ability power until the end of the night. Which we could go towards, maybe. I'm actually just going to pick up the experience up here. What else do we want to do? Let's see, because we have a lot of options, which is always kind of like, well, not a problem really, but it is something we need to pay attention to. So we could move into this direction, pick up some more of that sprite stuff, which is fine. We have orb power over here, which I'm honestly not entirely sure how we're supposed to get there. We have the lightning crash over here, and we don't know what is in any other direction. Do we want to double back for this? I don't think so. So yeah, let's just move down this part of the talent tree, pick up these things because we know they're going to be useful. And then maybe consider trying to pick up, going towards these power orbs. Power orbs are actually pretty good. They're passive, it's just flat passive extra damage. Might also want some more abilities. Actually, firing ability to summon sprites, and then in combination with the fact that we summon more sprites whenever we use an ability, that's pretty strong. Look at those rats sneaking by. We do need to keep an eye on the fact that our sprites are not going to be all powerful forever. But for now, whenever I pop that second ability, I wipe out pretty much all the lanes almost instantly. So let's just basically keep spamming that on cooldown. I don't think there's much of a reason not to do that. 7 talent points. Okay, so what did I say? This time, let's go down this part of the talent tree. Maybe take the cooldown reduction. I do want extra experience. What is this? On level up, you create sprites. Yes, please. Ooh, I really want this ability. This allows you to summon additional orbs, which you want to do anyway, and then we summon more sprites. Do I just beeline for that? Rather than going into this direction and buffing the sprites that we already have? Let's pick up this first, because we can also get some more experience. Not 100% sure if it matters, but there might be an optimal way there. It just means, it just depends if we can get that far before we die, basically. We want them both, and if we can get them both, it's an extremely potent combo, I believe. Which is interesting, because honestly, my most successful run so far looked completely different than this one, so I'm as curious as you to see how far we're actually going to get, and if I can actually get to show you Endless Mode, because we do need to get past night 20 to show you that. Okay, 14-second cooldown, so that is going down a little bit already. Okay, that was super easy. That's great. How many points do we get? 8. Nice. Okay, so what did I say? This route first, more experience, more health. Not that interesting, but we get all kinds of additional buffs for sprites, and we do actually have one more of those here on level up, more sprites. I am going to pick up everything sprite related, and that's just 2 clicks away, so that's definitely something we want to get before we get the orbs. Look at me splurging out all of those sprites. I should probably just use my abilities on cooldown at this point, unless I run out of mana, but honestly, if I run out of mana, we're probably near the end of the night anyway. And as long as we can get that skilled combo going, that is super valuable. So yeah, I think that's probably the way to go here. Yep. Like I said, cooldown, on cooldown. Well, assuming there's anything to hit, because honestly, this is clearing the lanes better than what I'm doing myself. There we go. Okay. We do not have a lot of talent points related to actually leveling up quicker, which is a little bit of a shame. None of these abilities have anything to do with that, so I'm not going to go down that route. So yeah, picking up some more level up here. Remember, we are trying to go for endless, so we do want to get as much experience going as we can, because we're going to need that in the long run. There are some more power-ups over here. What's this? Increased experience gained by 15%. Increase the light provided on talents on the talent tree by 50%. So this is going to make it a lot easier to navigate through the talent tree. And well, the additional experience is of course really nice as well. Okie dokie. That rat got through my little helpers. So evil. I find any way to buff the damage on my sprites, that would be really nice, because you can notice they are starting to struggle a little bit with actually clearing out the enemies that they encounter. But they're still doing an adequate job, so I can't really complain there. Okay. Some more damage increase to my main attack would not be bad either, just so I can actually pull my weight. If you look at our stats, my main attack just does 5 damage, which is not a lot. Not on, what is it, Mastery 10 or something that we're playing at. There we go. But still we still didn't get hit, and we're already halfway through the normal game, so to speak. Okay, so I am going to get Ring Theory first. So this allows us to create orbs, and then we can go in this direction. We do want to start picking this up. So we have some more additional orbs. So this is one permanent orb, the other ones we actually need to create. But the nice thing is, now when I summon an orb, I also get 3 sprites. So that's like a bonus thing, and the orb is just going to float around. You can see it over there. And that will just stay throughout the night permanently now. And we can summon a friend. Here we go. We have 2 orbs. And there are a lot of passive abilities that actually give you orbs as well. We just haven't really found them yet. Well, we're about to get one of those. But sometimes you have runs where you pick up all of those things, like all the time, and then you end up with 50 orbs. Which is not a theoretical scenario. I have done that before. Which honestly would not be a bad way to get through Endless. But yeah, you can decide what you get. You can just deal with the hand you're given. Okay, this is a lot of people here. Hello? Die, please. There we go. Okay. That should be worth quite a bit of experience. Yep, so 10 talent points. Okay, so more orbs. We are going to get more orbs. Thank you. We are going to get more orbs. These are 2 orbs. This is an damage increase to the orbs we already have. So all of that is awesome in combination with this ability we just picked up. I am going to then move into this direction. The lower cooldown is now also getting more interesting because that means we can spam these abilities more often. We are going to pick that up and then we're going to move into the direction of another talent package. We do have a lot of experience up here in case we have spare talent points. But look, now we actually start out with 4 orbs already and the damage on the orbs has been buffed significantly as well. I am going to keep my fireball, I think, kind of like as a backup. The orb damage is a little bit random. I'm not actually sure if I need to keep it as a backup. I seem to have a pretty decent mana regeneration as is. Whoa, wasn't paying attention there. My bad. But we're doing just fine. Look at the amount of sprites I'm already summoning now. We're going to need all of them, don't get me wrong. But look at those orbs in combination with that. Like a passive protection circle around us. A lot of sprites that we actively summon. And then whatever damage we do on top of that by ourselves. And there we go, night number 13. 11 points this time around. Nice. Okay, so this is going to give us a lot of additional sight and experience. We have a mystery talent over here. Well, arcane wand. So this is going to do more damage passively on our main attack. Fine. How do I actually get here? I think we need to go through. Ooh, what's this? Your basic attacks have a 20% chance to apply a random status effect on hit. Well, we do have some interesting abilities to do with that. This will buff all our damage every time we level up. Some more damage increase, and then we just go in this direction. And we also have more orbs over there, so that is awesome. We haven't reached bullet hell levels yet, but we are getting close to that. However, the enemies are definitely scaling up their damage as well. Which also means, by the way, endless is not endless. You're never going to... Well, at least I haven't been able to find a build yet that just keeps you plagued forever. Even if it's very long, though. I wasn't recording at the time. You can make that pretty long, but it's definitely not going to last forever because the enemies do keep scaling up. But anyway, we will find out how far we get. More sprites. The problem with the sprites is, though, they do get summoned into random lanes, so every now and then you have like 10 sprites going into one lane and then 1 sprite going into another, which is not ideal if there's nothing in those lanes to begin with. But night 14 was not a problem. Okay, that is a lot of talent points, which is really nice. Learn faster and bend the rules of the talent tree. Yes, please. That was exactly what I was looking for. So, what do we have over here? Your next 3 rare talents refund their costs. We have a lot of those, so we can pick up a lot of free talents, basically. Whenever you activate a rare talent, you have a 50% chance to create an elemental sprite in a random lane. So whenever we trigger something of these things, which we will be doing quite often, We get more sprites. Yes, please. And what is this one? Learn in common talents has a 35 chance of upgrading them to rare. This is awesome. It is also kind of far away. Can we get there? We can get pretty close. So let me see. This is going to refund the next 3 rare ones. I am going to move in this direction first, mainly because every time I pick up a normal talent, that is going to basically pay off. Anything else I can pick up right now with the last talent point that I want? Not really. I think if I pick this one up, that one itself doesn't get refunded. On level up, you have a 10% chance to level up an additional time. So we can actually pick that one up. That used the charge from this one. So if you now pick this one up, yeah, that used the less charge of the other one. So that means we can pick up another 10% chance to level up an additional time. Look at the exponential effect coming in. Gain 20% more XP from killing enemies with any status effect on them. Our sprites are doing all of that. So this is awesome. What else? Do I have any more rare talents that I skipped? Probably not. No, I don't. At least not nearby. Directly accessible. No. Okay, so we'll just... Oh, actually do have this one over here that we can just pick up for free. It is going to carry over during the next turn. So I want to move in this direction first and then get all of this stuff over here. Oh, there's more orbs here as well. Which one is this? Yeah, this is actually going to increase the damage of the orb. So this is going to be very useful. So I'm just going to pick this one up for now. Some more mana regeneration is probably not a bad idea if I want to keep spamming my abilities. Oh man, those things are fast. Which is really scary. So I'm just going to spam my little friends and get more orbs and stuff. It's getting quite chaotic, and the problem with the sprites is that I have trouble seeing where the enemies are. Oh man. This is going to be fun in level, I don't know, 25 or night 25. But maybe we can get to the point where we're summoning so many sprites because we're leveling up and then summoning sprites and then leveling up even more and stuff like that. We don't have to attack at all. A little bit of wishful thinking maybe, but it is actually possible to get pretty close to that. Not forever, but still. We're not that far off. I need to actively do things, but I'm mostly just popping my cooldowns rather than doing anything useful myself. It's mostly my friends helping me. There you go. Okay. 12 talent points. Could be more, but still. So yeah, I was going to pick up this. This is going to sometimes turn this thing into a blue one, basically giving me a 2-for-1 deal. So that's awesome. A 10% chance to level up an additional time. Yes, please. We have that over here as well. Actually, no, this is a different ability. This gives me 10% ability power whenever I level up. Learn a random ability. If you've learned 4 abilities the first time you cast each ability, each night it is cast an additional time with no cost. So that would mean we get 2 orbs, for example, from our other ability. But we do want to first pick this up. So this is going to give us all types of free abilities. So we can get another 10% chance to level up an additional time, more experience. Basic attacks giving me a 20% chance, I guess. Okay. Do we go for the orbs down here, or do we go up here and pick some of this stuff up? Learn a random ability. This is Arcane Wand. We had orbs over here though. Yeah, I definitely do want this one. Look, that one doubled up already. Oh, we have one of those magical hats over here that will jump us through the talent tree, which is going to be nice. We run out of stuff to do. Double attack speed upgrade, great. Power orb, awesome. What's this then? On level up, you gain 1 basic attack damage until the end of the night. That is going to be awesome. Our basic attack damage is just 5. But we are going to be leveling up a lot, so this is going to like triple or quadruple during the night. I'll show you once we get it. Okay. This is great. This is going great, guys. Let's see how far we can take it. We're on night level 15 already, so normally we would be getting close to the end. But we can go to endless, and then it is not the end quite yet. Spam, spam, spam. Spammity spam. You know that fireball ability that I don't get to use because nothing gets close? Yeah, high level mage problems, I know. But anyway, I am also not getting anywhere close to running out of mana, so I definitely just... I should probably just spam it, even though I'm not hitting anything, just to summon more sprites. I mean, more sprites is good, right? I'm wondering if I can actually just press like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and just shoot in a random direction at this point. Probably get pretty far. 24 talent points. Well, the incremental effect is coming in. Okay, so doubled. There's a magic hat over there. Doubled. Ah, it didn't get doubled. It got doubled. There we go. So now we're going to get increased damage on our basic attacks every time we level up. Let's make sure our basic attacks are stronger to begin with. Let's get a lot of experience. Hey, look, it doubled up. We are already at a 250% bonus. Let's level up our basic attack a little bit more. Anything down here that we want? We could go for a magic hat. Doesn't seem quite needed just yet, though. There's a magic hat over here. Right, we had that one as well. So let's go into that direction. All of that is doubling up. This is going to be insane. Let's go into this direction. Our attack speed is increasing by quite a bit at this point as well. And we picked up some more arcane wands, buffing that. And now we do have another random ability, which is Lightning Crash, which is just a lightning bolt in a random direction doing a lot of damage. But hey, it's something we can spam, which we are definitely going to do. I mean, look at that. Whenever I just press the lightning bolt in a lane, that lane is basically clear. Not entirely, but remember, we're getting a lot of sprites whenever we do that as well, so... Okay, I am now burning through my mana, so I should probably tone it down a little bit. This one does cost quite a bit of mana, though. I mean, it's not like we need to spam it at this point anyway. Things are barely making it on the screen as it is. They're not even getting close to my wall of orbs. Ah, they're getting a little bit closer now. But I think we should be just fine. Even if we didn't pick up anything new at this point, we should be just fine for level 20 already. And look at this, I am at Masterful Threshold now, so 75% additional bonus. And every time I level up, I have a probably like 50% chance to level up again. 33 talent points. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so more basic attack. Let's zoom out for a moment. The talent tree does end, but if it does, you actually get a whole new brand talent tree, so it's not really a problem. This is going to get us more XP from killing enemies with a status effect on them, which we do use a lot, so there we go. More experience, why not? I mean, just leveling up actually gives us a damage boost as well, don't forget that. What's this? Oh look! Nearby unlearned common talents transform into a rare one, so that sounds like a thing we should work towards. I forgot that I had like 20 points to spend still. On level up, you create 2 elemental sprites. Yes, please. There's some orbs over here. 15% ability damage for each ability learned, which is at least these 4. Let's pick this one up. This is not actually the best place for this thing, but we are going to get some more arcane wands, some more magical hats, Some more of this. There we go. We get ported over here. We just learned an ability that gives us more orbs. What is this? Whenever you cast a spell, you reduce the cooldown of other spells that are on cooldown by 2 seconds. Sure. I do want to pick this one up. This is just going to give us ability bonus. There we go. And then we should probably just move into this direction to pick up that talent package as well. At this point, I can just basically click whatever I want and pick up more stuff. All of it is good. The nice thing is, once you actually do have your full row of abilities unlocked, every other ability, like the green ones that are active abilities, get removed from the map and replaced by another rare ability. So it's actually worth kind of doubling back and see if any of the green ones you skipped are then worth picking up. Also means you're not going to encounter any new green ones, but you're going to get more of those rare passive talents that are just a straight up boost. They will always be useful, whereas the green ones might not be, because you might not care about a specific ability like the ones I was skipping before. But yeah, spam, spam, spam. Like I said, this is going to be really interesting to see how far we can take it. And you can notice the difference. The first few levels we were definitely struggling, getting hit, nearly dying in the first few levels actually, getting to like 1 HP or something like that. Well, it's not 1 HP, it's like 10, but still. A couple of hits away from dying. At this point, we're just murdering everything. That was 500 kills without getting hit. Another 23 talent points. The requirement for XP does go up as we continue to play, so we won't get like continuously 30 points unless we pick up a lot of bonus experience, which we will of course, depending on what this talent package gives us. So, power hungry, clear the ability with clear the screen with powerful abilities, but we already have all our abilities, which the same holds for burn baby burn, but level up faster and power up your basic attacks. That seems similar to what we were already doing. So let's see. Your range is increased by 5% of your unspent talent points. At 25 unspent talent points, your basic attacks pierce all enemies. So I could actually just keep 25 talent points stored up. I don't want to do that quite yet. Well, first of all, I have to get the ability, of course. What is this? At the start of each night, if you have at least 2 unspent talent points, you level up. Okay, on level up, you gain 2% attack speed until the end of the night. All of that sounds pretty awesome. That does mean that we don't want to spend 2 of our points. But that's a sacrifice we can make. That's not a problem. There is one more. So this means that if we don't spend 2 talent points, we already get 2 levels at the beginning of the next night. Let's see. I'm just going to pick this up. A reduced cooldown is never a bad thing. Let's start checking out the portals. The portals will bring us to a new talent tree. So we have a chrono portal. Reduce the speed of enemies by 20%. Gain 3 of each common talent. This is a pretty strong one. Add an additional talent tree. Talent will appear at the bottom of the tree. So this will give us a legendary ability if we go to the next one. Increase the light provided by talents on the talent tree by 50%, which we already have from our other ability. You take no damage for the first 30 seconds of the next night, which is just a one-time benefit. It's pretty strong, especially if you're trying to get through a particularly difficult night. But yeah, this is actually, I think, one of the green ones that got replaced, the active abilities. And I do want my orb abilities, so let's pick that one up. We have a mystery one over there. This is all kind of random. So not really what I want to pick up right now. We might just as well move to an actual useful part of the talent tree. I do want to only spend 1 more. And there's some orb related stuff over here that I actually kind of forgot about. So let's start moving in that direction. Leave the last 2. I should get a confirmation if I'm sure that I don't want to spend all my points. But yes, I am. Because I just leveled up twice. And that is why all of these things are now spawning. Okay. Pretty awesome. Because we leveled up, that also means we will get those talent points back at the end of the next night. So basically by not spending 2, we gain 2. So it's kind of an investment that will keep paying itself back. And because we also have the other abilities that on level up we get stronger, look at that. Our base damage is now at 16 already. 18, 19, 20. And we also picked up some of the other abilities that increased our attack speed every time we leveled up. So even my base attack now is super strong and could probably clear a lane by itself already. We're not even at max strength yet, by the way, because attack speed can go down to 10 attacks per second. So right now we're at about 5 or 6 per second. At 31 damage though, that is quite a lot. 32. I'm not even using my sprites anymore at this point. Things are just dying. There we go. Okay, level 19, getting close. 30 talent points, getting close to ridiculous. Okay, so let's pick up 15% bonus ability damage. Sure, why not? Let's pick up some experience as well. Let's pick up some attack speed. Let's pick up some orb damage. This one was not useful. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pick up all the bonus experience that I have immediately next to my talent tree. Which is 4 of them over here, and they all double up. Okay. Any more? Any more? Yeah, 1 more over here. And then we're actually going to be moving on to the next talent tree. Now, the reason I'm picking all of this up is because this is just very easy, flat bonus XP that we can pick up. And this is actually adding up quite heavily now. Any more? Yep, 2 more over here. Again, both doubled up. This is going to be insane, people. Anyone else? Anyone else? Honestly, oh, there is orbs over here. That is really far away though, so I'm not going to bother with that. A little bit tempted because there's 2 of them, but no. Stay on point, stay on point, stay on point. There's some more over here. Do I want to pick that up? This one is pretty close by, but honestly, it's not really needed, I think. It's a maximum of 100% anyway, and because we already have a few of those, I don't think they stack. So if we level up a few times, we already are at oh, look, we actually skipped a bunch here. 2% attack speed when we level up, sure. If you have at least 2 unspent points, you level up. 2% attack speed, there we go. Okay, that's all pretty useful. I think that is it. Actually, no, we have this one over here as well. Let's keep an eye on our talent points, though. Do we want 3 of each common talent, or do we want to go for the legendary one? Probably this one, right? I mean, legendary talents, usually pretty good. So let's get this one. Then I have 1 more unspent. I don't really have anything in particular that I am interested in. So we're just going to go that. I intentionally did not pick up the other one because we do want to have those 2 unspent to level up at the start of the level. We are at 15 orbs. Not quite to the maximum of 50 yet, so plenty of room to make this even more ridiculous than it already is. This is going to be a pretty long video, I just realized. Which kind of happens when you play Endless mode, but still. Anyway, hope you're enjoying this. So anyway, how's your weekend? What are you playing? We probably have a lot of time to talk, which is kind of a one-directional thing considering this is a recording, but still, let me know in the comments. What are you playing? What are you doing this weekend? Any nice plans? Any nice games that I should be playing? I think I broke this one, so probably time to move on to something else. I do want to start playing something more like what do you call that in English? Something a little bit more substantial, I guess. Again, we've been playing a lot of short games over the last couple of weeks, which was really fun. But there's a reason I like games like Dyson Sphere. So yeah. 30 talent points. There we go. So let's check out our legendary. Look at that. What is this? Every 4 level ups, you gain an additional level. Yep. That sounds pretty good. I can live with that. Look at this. Frosty orbs. Create 3 glacial orbs that orbit you and that have a 50% chance to apply frostbite. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, yeah. Experience from enemies that die with a status effect. That sounds pretty good as well. Let's pick that up and check all of those common talents doubling up. Let's pick up some XP. I like the light. It makes it a lot easier to track where we're going. I kind of don't want this because, like I said, I don't think it really stacks. So we're actually getting to the point where I might consider actually leaving those 25 points. So I have my increased range and my piercing on my main attack. But anyway, that would mean we don't get to spend our talent points. And we have a lot of nice stuff over here. Look, it's more spirits every time we do stuff. So yeah, I'm looking at some more substantial games soon. Might be picking up Civilization 7. I am a huge Civilization fan. I don't think I've ever played any of them on the channel yet. And they definitely qualify as more meaty and grindy. I have been trying to contact the developer to get a preview key because those are going around already, but yeah. Sub 100k issues for a content creator that not every developer responds to your reach out. And honestly, the particular developer, in case I have had some trouble tracking the correct email address or contact person for those down. Did contact a couple of people online, but they haven't really responded to me yet, which is not unusual, but they could just say no, you know. That would at least let me know. I can stop asking, but still. Anyway, ranting a little bit, but this is super easy. I'm barely looking at what I'm doing. I'm just spamming abilities. The cooldown on these abilities is so short because I also have that ability that reduces cooldowns of other abilities whenever I use an ability. I can literally just spam these. Oh, which is interesting. Can we get to the maximum amount of orbs? Well, let's try that in the next night. I think I was at 32 or something like that just now. Okay, so this... Oh, actually, that was night level 20. Almost forgot about that. Look, we can go to the endless mode. The run never ends or the night never ends. So you can just go into an eternal night. But I like just going into a run that never ends. And there we go. 40 talent points unlocked. I am going to go through this a bit quicker now because, well, look, this is something that will buff all our orbs and we will have plenty of those. This is going to give us extra experience whenever we kill something with an orb. This is going to create more orbs. This is going to give us a random ability somewhere on the talent tree, which is going to lead us to a random ability on the talent tree. And now I'm going to zoom out for a moment. We have way too many options, but I still want to pick up the orb-related stuff. So this damage increase to the orbs. This is toxic orbs. This is XP on orbs. And this is toxic orbs. What is this again? Oh yeah, extra experience whenever we kill something with a status effect. This is just flat damage increase. Some more regen. Hold on. I need 2 talent points unspent. There we go. Okay, let's see how night number 22 goes and how far we can take this. My estimation is pretty far, although you can see as far as the enemy actually gets on the screen. The HP and the abilities on the enemy, shields and stuff like that, is still increasing and will keep increasing as we continue to go. So, however, not really a problem as you can see. Okay, I was going to see if we could get to a maximum level of orbs. I'm actually just not going to bother pointing my direction anymore. I'm just going to spam abilities. Okay, I can actually still run out of mana, so that's good to know. 40 orbs. Can we get to the maximum? I need more mana. Come on, people. I need more mana. 42. Yeah, it's not going to happen during this night, I believe. But did I get hit or did I just get a lot of increased HP, which I still have to regenerate. I think it's the latter, probably. Either that or what? Well, I might actually have gotten hit there by something that got lost in the mess. Anyway, 21 points. As you can see, the amount of points does go down because we're gaining so many levels that the XP requirement is really high. So that does mean we should still pick up some of these additional XP things. More orbs. Yes, please. Anything else? Yep, sure. More orbs with status effect. So that is going to have a nice synergy with everything we already have. Was this one? That was the one we skipped. Okay. Clickety click. There we go. More XP. Let's move in this direction. What is this? More ability damage. Yep, that's going to be great. So we have the Arcane Wand over here, and once again leaving the last two. And there's another talent package over there we can pick up in the next round probably. Okay, 27 orbs to begin with, 28. We should get pretty close to maxing them out now. I can literally just spam my 2 abilities over here. Look at the amount of spirits. Okay. We're running out of mana though. Well, nothing should be getting through this. At least that would surprise me. I'm actually wondering if the enemies get bigger, that is the reason we didn't get to like 500 kills in the previous run, or if I did actually get hit and just didn't notice. Because looking at this, it doesn't feel very likely that I got hit by anything. There's nothing like ranged units or something like that. Units actually do need to physically hit you. It doesn't seem to be very likely that they are doing quite that. The only shame is that we can't actually see what kind of overpowered enemies are trying to get on the screen. But we do get 30 talent points. Okay, so let's pick this up. Hey, look, more orbs. XP, yes please. Let's get those orbs over here. Some more XP, all of that doubling up. Of course, why not? Leveling up causes sprites. Look, ooh. Whenever you cast an ability, it will cast a second time after a short delay with no cost. Wondering if that actually triggers the spawn of the sprites as well, but I think it actually does. How do we get there though? Not this way, apparently. There we go. Checking out my points. I do not want to pick that up tonight. Yeah, I remember that we have another talent package over there. Let's just pick it up, see what it is. Power Hungry, Burn Baby Burn, Shock and Awe. Apply Shocked more often and enhances power. And this does look like it has to do more with like my main attack. So let's pick that one up and check it out during the next night. There is so many options to pick from. And do we need any of them? Probably not. At this point, I am starting to wonder if I should just put a cut in the video to see how far we can actually take this, because this might take a little while. Let's say I finish this night, and then we do kind of a jump cut between every night, because this is going to be, I think, a little bit too repetitive, but I do want to share with you how far I got. Assuming this night doesn't look like it's going to be in any danger, but yeah, I don't think it is. However, we did have a goal of hitting the maximum amount of 50 orbs, and we are at 48, 49, and 50. There we go. And you will see now, if I keep spamming my ability, it doesn't actually summon anything new. So that is, ooh, look. We might actually be closer to the end of this run than I thought, because some enemies were actually getting on the lane there. But like I said, I am just going to do a jump cut through the next couple of nights. Okay, just checking in at night number 26, I just picked up an ability that is going to give me a 50% chance to fire a random ability with no mana cost, and we got a lot of other abilities along with that says after casting an ability, killing 10 or more enemies within 2 seconds restores 5 magic points. This is basically going to give me unlimited mana with the amount of enemies we have on the screen. I've also reached a point where I am doing so many stuff that the PC is actually struggling to handle it somewhat. It's just so many spirits, and look at that. I'm just spamming my abilities right now, just kind of randomly pressing buttons, and I'm gaining so much mana back that I'm actually staying on full mana. So I might be here for a while. But anyway, just to get more powerful, let's go to a talent tree that has now a 50% increased chance to spawn rare talents. And apparently that also means that the first talent that we find is one that is a legendary. This is going to create 4 blazing orbs that has a 50% chance to apply burning. And this is actually really convenient as well. It's just bump right through the tree and get ourselves very close positioned next to a talent package. Okay, I am here now in night 33, and I actually got pretty close to dying at the start of the level, because it does take me a moment to get all of my minions out, and I expect I might be dying pretty soon. But just to kind of show you what I am now, I am over almost level 550 now, which is insane. My stats are pretty much all capped out, so I am at the maximum amount of attack rate. I am at the maximum amount of mana regeneration, so I can't spend my mana, basically. There's just no way. I have 90% cooldown reduction, which is also the maximum. I have the maximum amount of orbs. I have 2000% XP bonus. And on top of that, basically, I also have some abilities that give me crits and stuff like that. So, all in all, I am pretty much as strong as a mage is ever going to be. And as you can see, as long as I don't die in the first few seconds of a level, I can still very easily clear level 34. Enemies keep getting stronger, but they don't reach me, so that's not really relevant at all. I am also very far along the way of actually clearing my third complete talent tree, which, well, with level 555 is not that surprising, but it is kind of insane. Picking up so many rare talents along the way. Some of these are the doubled up talents that are just the normal ones, of course, but still doubled up is really good. And I actually have the upgrade for additional rare talents twice now, so I get a huge amount of rare talents to begin with anyway. If you want to feel completely overpowered and you do want an endless mode, my point is, it is in this game and you can have a lot of fun with that. Now, honestly, I think I'm going to end this run before I blow up my PC, because honestly, this might take a long time, and by now I have been playing for well over an hour, and I'm still nowhere near dying. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look at a real endless run. You can kill up to something like 1300 enemies at this point per level, and that number is still rising as we go. It is really fun. The game is like $3, so if you think this is interesting, you haven't picked it up yet, by all means, just spend like a coffee worth of money on that and have a lot of fun with it. Either way, if you're still here, you are awesome, and I do hope to catch you in the next one. Oh, as a side note, this is me trying to die and failing at it. I'm so powerful, even though I'm not spamming my abilities. Only a few enemies are getting through my massive amount of orbs, and I was literally not pressing a single button there. So, you know, nothing lasts forever.